Can you beat Andrew?
Yeah.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with Regan, who dropped a lot of bombshells on Fuad's podcast. So the one that stood out the most for me was his prediction that Nick Walker is going to be looking for his Olympia qualification even after this year's New York Pro, because Martin is going to beat him at this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro, and Regan believes that he's going to beat him at the New York Pro, which is happening 1 week after the Pittsburgh Pro.
What were we saying? So Pittsburgh, you said he's going to lose Pittsburgh. So that means you think he's going to lose to Martin or somebody else.
Yeah.
Then you're going to beat him in New York, and then
Yeah.
you think he's going to get his qualification in California.
He'll have to be on a one-way ticket to Cali.
You know all videos are going to be made about this.
Now I have got to say that is bull talk coming from a guy who hasn't stepped on the Olympia stage since 2023. But most importantly, that is a very bold statement by a guy who has never been in the first Olympia callout. The best Regan has ever placed, that was 9th back in 2023. And we know that year, we did not have Nick Walker, Martin-Fitzwater, Brandao, Krizo Bonac, and so many of these other guys. And interestingly, all these guys, except Nick Walker, they placed in the top 8 at this past Miss Olympia. So Regan alone isn't the one boasting himself, because a legend like Jay Cutler was the first one who predicted many years ago that Regan Grimes is going to be the future of the men's open bodybuilding. But that never happened. And I have to say that looks more unrealistic now, because the competition in the men's open bodybuilding, especially those top 10 spots at the Olympia, they have just gotten so much fierce. Now if we talk about Regan's Olympia expectations for this year, top 6 is the goal. And even that means he's going to have to beat guys like Hosstile Products and Andrew Jacked, which is still a very big deal.
I can get in the top 6, I think.
Top 6 means you're ahead of Raphael.
Yeah.
Can you beat Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you beat Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Now Regan must be observing something totally different during this prep with Stefan, that the man is feeling so confident, because we have to keep in mind, he never makes these kind of statements. He never hypes himself up before the big shows. So the one thing that is in fact very different is the starting point for Regan for this prep, which was 300 pounds. And the man was looking more leaner than he has ever been at such a high body weight. And this is the final time Regan has taken a full year off, because that's probably never gonna happen again. So the thing that really goes in Regan's favor, that is his age. He has been competing as a pro for so many years now, because if I'm not mistaken, he turned pro back in 2017, and I believe he can compete for another 10 years. And so many of these top guys, like Samson or Andrew, I hardly believe that they will be competing 5 to 6 years from now. While Regan, on the other hand, he will still be young after 5 years. So what do you guys think? Is Regan being realistic here? Or is he just being too confident? Or is it just the hype? Do let me know what is your opinion in the comments below.
I got another question real quick. Who can't you beat?
Who can't I beat? No one. I can beat it. I feel like I can win.
Guys, Mr. Olympia Signature Series is now live on Hosstile.com. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% discount and click the arrow below to check out all the Hosstile products. Next up, we have Michael Krizo checking in at 304 pounds today. And for Regan to win the New York Pro, here is another mass monster he needs to beat at that same show, because Krizo has also committed that he's gonna be making his comeback at this upcoming New York Pro. And this is gonna be his first show after almost 1 year, because of that shoulder injury, which forced him to take the whole year off after competing in just one show, which was Emperor Classic Spain. And do not forget that Krizo was able to beat Regan at the only show that these guys did together, and that was at the Olympia back in 2023, where Regan finished 9th and Krizo was top 7. But the placings of Michael Krizo, they are also gonna depend a lot on the extent of his back improvements, and considering the fact that he used the most amount of last year in the recovery phase, using very minimum weights to slowly progress, and he did not have a proper off-season, I highly doubt that we are gonna see some major improvements, especially in a weak area for Michael Krizo. Now don't get me wrong, the man is still a very awesome bodybuilder, and he has this ability to outmuscle most of these top guys, even at the Olympia level. But he isn't as complete from the back as he is from the front. But that is also a much anticipated comeback this year. Now, we all miss Michael Krizo on the Olympia stage last year. He is a legit top 10 Olympian, no matter how deep the lineup is. And starting from this year's New York Pro, we are gonna see some great battles that we have never seen before. And I believe that is gonna be a treat for all of us bodybuilding fans. Guys, Gorilla Wear is offering a massive discount of up to 70% right now. Use the code Fazi10 to get 10% extra discount. Next up, we have the off-season physique update from Brandao. Now, it is safe to say that the next time we are going to see Brandao on any bodybuilding stage, that will be the Olympia later this year in October. Because we all know for Brandao to move up those Olympia ranks, and if he wants to be in the top 5 or top 6, he desperately needs more size, more mass, and more density. And let's just not neglect the improvements Brandao was able to make in 2023, because he did not compete at all throughout that year, and he also took a very long break after the Olympia 2022, and the man actually looked extremely impressive at the Arnold last year. But the more he competed in 2024, the more he faded, especially in terms of conditioning, because he was spot on at his last show in the post-Olympia tour, which was Romania Pro. He was able to beat a guy like Akeem Williams, and although conditioning was there, but all that added size, that just wasn't there. So it was a smart play by Brandao to earn his Olympia qualification for this year so early in the season. And now he has the full year ahead to focus on getting bigger, putting on more muscle and mass in all the right areas. Because Brandao is another IFBB pro who has been competing as a pro for so many years now. But the rate of progress in terms of growth and putting on mass, that just has been way slower compared to some of these other guys like Samson, Andrew, Nick, or Hunter LeBron. But there is also a positive side to it. The man has made sure that his waistline stayed super tight throughout this process. Now, he did place top 8 at the Olympia last year, which is a huge accomplishment. But him and his coach Neil Hill, they were aiming for that top 5 spot. Now, Brandao is easily one of the most aesthetic guy in the entire IFBB Pro League right now. Not just in the Men's Open. It's just a matter of him putting on that size and bring 100% peak, just the way he did for the Arnold Ohio last year. Detroit Pro official competitors list, that just keeps on getting better and better. And the newest confirmed athlete, that is none other than the conqueror, William Bonac. Now William knows that this is the final stretch of his pro career, because the maximum he's gonna compete is maybe another couple of years. So he's gonna make sure that he makes the maximum out of these last 2 years, especially in terms of the financial gains. He wants to make the maximum amount of money before he retires. But this is great for all of us bodybuilding fans, because we will now have a very young, rising talent in the form of Carlos Thomas Jr., who is so hungry, proving his worth, going up against a guy like William Bonac, James Hollingshead, and hopefully Good Vito as well at this upcoming Detroit Pro. Now, part of why William Bonac has been so successful in his career, I mean, this man is still top 7 in the world, is because of the fact that he just never misses, especially in terms of his conditioning. And the way he peaks for every single show. He has an undeniable level of muscle density and also that old man muscle maturity. And that is something that only comes with age and years of hard work and training. And Bonac knows that's his strength. And the man takes the maximum advantage of that. So what an interesting year. That in every single show, we are gonna have 2 athletes being coached by the same guy, Stefan, fighting for the higher spot. So here in Detroit Pro, it is gonna be William Bonac and James Hollingshead. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.